2019 Dodge Challenger SRT car review. When real-life superhero Joey Chestnut inhaled 66 sausages in just 12 minutes in 2007 to obliterate the 53.75 dog record of six-time defending champion Takeru Tsunami Kobayashi, the victory marked a sluggish start his journey, not the tip. America, in the end, is usually a fickle sweetheart which has a short memory, and today's feat of ludicrous magnitude is merely tomorrow's punchline. How else can you explain Dodge's following up its 707 horsepower Challenger SRT Hellcat having a red-eye version making 797 horsepower? Or, maybe, the manufacturer simply figured it needed to capitalize on go-fast engine know-how gleaned in the limited production 2018 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon, an 808 horsepower, quarter-mile annihilating beast that, optioned properly, offered 840 horsepower when running on 100-octane fuel. It might not outdo that beast, however the red-eye will definitely prolong the Challenger's in time the spotlight. The excellent points of 2019 Dodge Challenger SRT. Massive power, comfortable for the aging muscle car. The bad points of 2019 Dodge Challenger SRT. Wide body package essentially comes from fender flares, about as discreet like a pro wrestler within a convent. Larger supercharger. The semi-demonized V8 inside the 2019 Challenger SRT Hellcat red-eye gets, as Joe Dirt liked to mention, the good things. That means, compared using the 707 horsepower Hellcat V8, it turns into a larger airbox that inhales from three subtle sources: the newest, fully functional dual snorkel hood, the driver side air catcher headlamp. Check out the newest internal graphics inside the gallery, as well as an inlet at the left front wheel liner. A larger supercharger 2.7 liters compared together with the standard Hellcat's 2.4 liters provides increased boost pressure 14.5 pounds per square inch versus 11.6 pounds per square inch. An updated fuel injection system with two dual-stage fuel pumps supplants the traditional Hellcat solo unit. Engine internals are fortified with strengthened connecting rods and pistons, a high-speed valve train, along with an improved lubrication system to aid it rev to its 6,500 revolutions per minute redline, 300 revs north and the Hellcat's 6,200. Rated at 797 horsepower and 717 lb-ft of torque, the red-eye packs 90 more ponies and 54 lb-ft more torque compared together with the standard Hellcat. The red-eye also ups the gluttony factor, with Dodge claiming that, at full throttle, its 6.2-liter V8 can drain its 18.5-gallon fuel tank in 11 minutes, whereas merely a regular Hellcat requires 13.4 minutes. The trio of air sources has an 18% greater flow rate. Nevertheless, the real benefits come on the crafty SRT power chiller using the car's air conditioning system to cool down the incoming air, bypassing it by using a radiator through directing the chilled coolant to heat exchangers with the supercharger. Standard throughout the Hellcat lineup for 2019 will be the after-run chiller, which ensures you keep the engine fan and low-temperature circuit cooling pump running after shutdown to lower heat soak effects and shorten intervals between quarter-mile runs by maintaining supercharger and inlet temperatures manageable. Both may be monitored using the SRT Performance Pages menu from the Uconnect Center touchscreen. The red-eye could be the only non-demon from the Challenger lineup for getting both the SRT power chiller along with the after-run chiller. The single transmission choice could be the ZF8 HP 98-speed automatic by having an upgraded torque converter borrowed in the Demon to have an 18% gain in torque multiplication over its standard SRT sibling. A high-strength steel prop shaft gives a 15% surge in torque capacity, and upgraded 41 spline half shafts give a 20% increase. A 2.62-to-1 limited slip final drive is standard, but serious strip rats can order a shorter 3.09:1 for increased launch intensity. Speaking of drag strips, Dodge's variety of fun features meant to simplify the sweet science of launching an auto are included here. Launch Assist reduces wheel-up-induced loads from the driveline by up to 20% for clean getaways. Torque Reserve charges the intake with boost pressure and manages fuel and timing to supply 3.9 pounds per square inch of boost and as much as 55% more torque on step-off. Launch Control sports the engine at optimal RPM for 5 to 10 seconds before the driver initiates the launch by stepping over brake pedal, and Line Lock props up car for a standstill by engaging top brakes while leaving the back tires unengaged to spin themselves into orbs of hot, gooey tar. The Line Lock feature may also modulate pressure to facilitate a rolling burnout. Ride the red-eye. Like the Challenger Hellcat, the red-eye can perform alternating from your docile transportation device as well as an all-out destroyer of reputations and tires. The odor of burning rubber can be acquired on demand. Shifts can hit a bit hard even at light throttle openings. Just make sure consider the number of torque going to the back wheels, it appears somehow forgivable. The 3-mode Bilstein adaptive dampers on the Hellcat are standard from the red-eye and offer a reasonable ride for the vehicle wearing 305/35 ZR20 Pirelli P0 tires, equally as it demonstrated within our previous Hellcat tests. Non-wide-body Hellcats, like the red-eye version, wear 275/40 ZR20 tires. Standard electrically assisted power steering makes turning those massive tires very simple at slow speeds. Event off it can feel a tad fidgety and over-assisted between 20 and 60 miles per hour. Highway speeds above 65 miles per hour blur into insignificance. Along with the quiet interior and relative heft from the vehicle, expect around 4,500 pounds, which makes it the heaviest road-going Challenger available. Conspire featuring its surfeit capability to compress the pace of travel into 50 miles per hour blocks of consequence. The sensations on the helm are largely the identical at 70 miles per hour because they're around 120 miles per hour, and things don't get interesting until 150 miles per hour approximately. Still, however, any drama is basically due to the speed and the scenery racing past in lieu of any nervous behavior on the wheel. Claimed top speed is 203 miles per hour, although tearing up road courses will never be with the top of its resume. The Challenger SRT Hellcat red-eye nonetheless proved an entertaining companion for a number of rounds of lapping the Club Motorsports track in Tamworth, New Hampshire. Acceleration is usually a given, and Dodge's claims of 10.8 second quarter mils at 131 miles per hour for that red-eye wide-body seem optimistic, provided that we've never come near to duplicating SRT's claims in this testing. Non-wide-body Challenger red-eyes complete the same in the claimed 11.1 seconds at 131 miles per hour. Given the size, heft, and power with the vehicle, we had been, after a couple of sessions to familiarize ourselves with both vehicle and circuit, quite astonished at how receptive the important wide-body ended up being tossed throughout the 15-corner circuit. It turns in obediently, but there's vehicles. It's an extremely on-the-way conversation. Compared with previous Hellcats we've driven, however, it feels a lot more secure and forgiving inside the corners, although that feeling can easily be undone. It has a clumsy application on the accelerator. Braking unquestionably crucial role here. The SRT Brembo 6-piston front calipers bite down very trying to the 15.4-inch rotors, featuring an aluminum hat and iron friction surface, while Brembo 4-pat calipers do precisely the same with 13.8-inch rotors inside the rear. Easy to modulate and consistent in feel, they remove speed while using same eagerness which the V8 adds it. The key takeaway would be the complete deficiency of fade, although I was instructed to take every third lap in cool down mode. Knowing this, we defaulted with a style favoring heavy braking on entry, having a heavy throttle appearing out of corners. While perhaps not the easiest way throughout the track, it provided a good amount of smiles from the cabin. If you can't have slightly tail-wagging fun in a very car in this way, what's the Dodge's price for sin? The Challenger Hellcat Red Eye isn't a stripped-out drag racer. Referred to as the 27Z package in Dodge speak, the $11,000 Red Eye package brings the Hellcat's price to $72,745, including a $1,700 gas guzzler tax. For that sum, you receive the demonized engine using the 2.62 rear axle ratio, a 220 miles per hour primary speedometer, the SRT power chiller, and also the all-important reddening with the eyes on each from the vehicle's Hellcat badges. Going wide-body on any Challenger is really a $6,000 proposition, and even though it brings from it 11.0 by 20-inch aluminum wheels and 305/35 ZR20 all-season performance tires, our car was outfitted with all the aforementioned Pirelli P0 summer tires on an additional $695. Bringing the total with a kind of crazy $79,440. But that's exclusively for the nutrients. Dodge offers lots of options for those aiming to build a grand tourer. Think slightly sun could well be nice? Budget $1,995 to get a sunroof. Interested in blind spot and rear cross path detection, power mirrors, HID headlamps? Bring another $1,095 for your driver convenience group. How does 18-speaker Harman Kardon premium audio with trunk-mounted subwoofer and M sound? Maybe good enough to invest another $1,595. Spend the required time poking round the configurator, and you will find a way to option a Challenger Hellcat Red Eye after dark $90,000 mark. Need we remind you which the 2018 Challenger SRT Demon that spawned the Red Eye wears? If you could find one selling for anywhere near list, a sticker of $86,340, or $86,341 together with the Demon crate. But again, who's counting? Essentially, Dodge does the classic hot rodder engine swap, taking one among its strongest engines and plopping it into an all-watchy notorious and watchily available model. It's a treat and true formula bound to make some noise, nevertheless it will need to still innovate or risk slipping off its perch. As for our hero Joey Chestnut, he recently placed second within an ice cream eating contest on the Indiana State Fair.